Alright, welcome back to another Bit Here's video. Previously, I made a very long-winded Raid 6 guide. Today's goal is to try to make a very short, very concise video that you guys can send out to friends if they need help, if you see someone in the chat asking for advice. Typically, what they need to do is fix their strategy and fix their team comp, and it's really not that important to have such high item level team. So what we're doing is we are cruising through here. I'm going to try to find a group of enemies. So the final boss is right there. I want to find a group of enemies that kind of has all of the trash mobs here, so I can talk about their mechanics. And hopefully I left something behind. As far as in settings, what you want to do is you want to turn on autopilot or disable autopilot on death, ignore the boss, and ignore shrines, so you can walk through the entire dungeon. Before you have the shrine, you can save that for the final boss, and this might be the last guy here. So hopefully he has all three of the trash mobs in here so I can talk about their mechanics, and he does. That's perfect. Okay, so the first enemy right here, his mechanic is that when he dies, he will revive any of his teammates on the enemy team that are dead with a pretty significant amount of health, so 50%, 100%, and so you're going to want to take him out of the way first. It's not the highest priority, but it's going to help you in the long run. The second guy right here, if an enemy is massive, it is higher level or has better stats, it's going to do a ton more damage, and his mechanic is that he has a 20% damage bonus and he has a 15% damage bonus, and one of those bonuses only apply when he's full health. So I want to get an area attack out of here, take him down just a little bit just to knock off that damage, especially since he's so big. I mean, he could probably one-shot a tank. And the guy in the back, his mechanic is that he deflects the first attack that comes at him. So if you don't pay attention, you throw a massive mount skill at this guy, he'll reflect it back and kill your damaged character, or your tank will redirect and you can actually kill your tank. So that's a pretty horrible experience, and I want to avoid that. So we're clicking on through, and then, okay, good. Sword's a really good weapon for this because it can hit 3 enemies. So I'm going to use this sword skill. I'm going to hit these guys. I've taken off the deflect, I've taken off the damage bonus, and now I can pretty much auto through this. I am keeping an eye on my guys to see if I have to do any tank swapping because I don't want to get wrecked while I'm making a video. Even though this guy is massive, we're able to just auto through once I take account of those mechanics. So let's see. Alright, like I said, you want to ignore shrines off, and if you weren't paying attention, you're running through, you don't know where the shrines are, if you check this box and you go on autopilot, your characters will find it. Same thing for the boss. Maybe I've cleared the dungeon and I don't know where he is. I can click this and it'll take me right to the boss. So that's what we're doing today. This is a GVG week, so my lineup is a little bit switched because people are switching around their gear. I'll talk about that in a future video. So you're seeing some different characters in here. Okay, same thing. I talked about this guy last time. The first attack against him is going to be reflected, so we're just going to handle that first. Okay, his deflect is gone. The boss mechanic is different in that when he hits 50% health, he launches a massive attack that hits all of your characters, and we'll talk about that when we get there. But right around his 50% health mark, I want to make sure that all my guys are happy, healthy, and I'm feeling pretty strong. You'll also see me saving SP. I want to make sure that I have SP so I can get off some of these mount skills that I've been saving. And then also you're seeing me doing some tank swapping so I can kind of share. I should use it now. I want to share the damage and spread it between all of my tanks. As far as team composition, if you want the nitty-gritty, again, take a look at the second video, or the other videos. That's going to have a lot more in here. The most common and most successful consistent strategy is going to have 2 strong tanks in the front, a bait tank in the back, and those other 2 slots are going to be damage characters. Most people will put, you want like a 114 stamina, or you want 1400 stamina or 1600 stamina in the front slot, and then you want more stamina in the second slot because there's different attacks that will target those characters differently, and you want to spread out all of these attacks. And then a bait tank is going to be someone that has a ton of damage reduction, but they have low health, so that any attack that attacks the weakest enemy will go to your bait tank instead of one of your damage characters that don't have defense. So coming through here, we're coming up pretty quick on his mechanic where he is going to, boom, there it is, look at that massive damage, where he is going to do massive damage to the team. Just to be safe, because I'm in a video, I'm going to throw potions at everybody that can have them because I don't want to get wrecked in the video. So you can do that if you need to. Yeah, we'll leave those. And of course you see me tank swapping back and forth to try to spread it out a little bit. Other things about team comp, you want to make sure that you have good runes on your guys, so redirect runes are going to help keep everybody alive. And what else? A good variety of weapons is going to help. I really like sword because it's really good. This skill in the second sword slot is going to be good at just handling all the mechanics of the dungeon. That keeps your life really simple. And then mount skills, saving mount skills for the boss is going to help you, and try to get those mount skills off if you're having difficulty. Oh no, I died. But it'll help carry. So that'll wrap this one up. Not a perfect run, but it doesn't have to be. Hopefully that was short, sweet, and kind of talked about all the mechanics of the Dungeon 6. It's not about RNG. It's not all about your team stats. It's about having the right guys in the right slots. So 2 strong tanks in the front, 1400 stamina, 1600 stamina, that will definitely work, and then a bait tank in the back. You want your bait tank to be around 1000 stamina. I was too lazy to switch it around for this video, so that's probably why my character died in the back slot. And then of course these 2 damaged characters here. Keep an eye on your guys' gear. Keep an eye on what your team stats typically is. Because it is a GVG week, people are going to be switching their gear around, and you don't want to get jump into a dungeon with your pants down. So that'll do it for this one. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, and comment if you feel like it. So.